This is EmoNews, and I am at the home of Gregory of Vieille. At age 16, Greg was involved in a vehicular accident that left him paralyzed for the past 33 years. Today we are going to be speaking with Greg, and he's going to tell us about life as a physically challenged individual. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Gregory, originally from Vieille, presently living at Emsal, 49 years of age. Living with a disability for the past 33 years.
Tell us about that aspect of your disability. How did you become disabled?
Well, it all started on Wednesday, November 2nd, 1987, when I went and sell bananas for my dad, along with my younger brother. And my cousin, who had to go and help the then pal rep, could not make it. So he asked me to go and help. And you know, in those days, you can't refuse helping somebody because your parents will deal with you when you get home. So I went and helped him, tell my brother, go home, tell my mom and dad that's what I'm going to do, that's why I'm not coming home. So I went, and when I got there, well, after about 45 minutes walk, when I get there, he was done harvesting the bananas. So I just helped him to, I think, put about 3-4 boxes on the van and drove down, pick up a guy after about a minute drive, and then next minute the van is down in a river.
How deep that this van went down?
It's not so deep, maybe about 15, 20 feet.
Can you remember exactly what happened that morning?
Well, the road was wet and they just resurfaced the road, so there was a lot of gravels on the road.
And what happened when the vehicle went down?
I just went down in the river, then I know a guy took me out, bring me on the roadside, and then down to the Baker's Health Center, and then to the Princess Margaret Hospital.
Were there any casualties that day?
No, well, actually I was the only one injured. I was the only one injured, yeah.
So you were healthy, young, strapped man.
16 years old.
16 years of age, and when you got to the hospital, what do you remember?
Well, actually nothing.
You were unconscious.
Yeah.
When you woke up, what happened?
Well, the most I could remember is I was given 3 days to live. Yeah.
Were you sitting on that vehicle?
I was sitting at the front, the driver.
So obviously he knew that
He asked me to come at the front.
He asked you to come at the front.
Yeah.
So do you think that he was compensated?
I don't.
Was it a case where the vehicle that plunged down into the river had no insurance or coverage?
I think there was insurance on the vehicle. Yeah, I think there was insurance on the vehicle.
So why were you not compensated?
Well, as far as I understood, it was said that the driver didn't know I was on the vehicle.
Wow. You experienced Maria and now COVID as a physically challenged individual. How have you been coping? I remember after Maria, you must have been in a home. Tell us about that. I mean, how did you maneuver?
Well, for Maria, we went to the shelter, the school nearby, and half of our house where we were renting at the time was uncovered. We actually had to come back home with half of the house uncovered because a guy, one of the looters, went down to town and gave his guys a lot of stolen goods to bring up to the shelter. Now, he brought it to his home, but they must have looted on him. So he took a gun and come to the shelter. And I'm in the room, me alone, and he's like about 4 feet away from me, so he's killing anybody here today. So I'm like, you know, when my wife went up to cook something for the people. So when she came back, I told her, no, we have to get out of here. So we went home and stayed in the house about 4 or 5 days with the house partly uncovered.
And you are now living at another rented space.
Yeah, we are presently renting in Emsal. It is a challenge. You know, the rent is, well, I would say it's high, but you know, we have to fend for ourselves.
Have you ever applied for housing?
Yes, I have with I would say no luck. You know, there was how would I put it? There was a promise. I won't say a promise, but there was offer made. But at the time, it would not be. We both agreed. Both parties agreed that it would not be convenient for us based on the work we were doing at the time. It would not be convenient for us to be in an apartment. So that's
So you're hoping and praying that one day a house.
well, presently we are trying to see if we can do something for ourselves. You know, maybe get a piece of land, because there is an institution that is willing to do the construction for us. So all we have to do is get a piece of land and maybe take a loan and do something for ourselves. You know.
I see you are wearing a wedding band. That means you are married. Tell us about that. Were you married? You got married after your accident.
Yeah, I got married 11 years ago. This year will be 12. Yeah, to my wife, Deborah. Yeah.
And Deborah married you while you were on a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Tell me how you felt about that.
Well, it's a good feeling to see that somebody will look at you for the benefit they can get from you. It's pure love. We have our ups and downs. We make out, you know. We make out. You know, we make out.
Well, I'm happy for you all.
Yeah.
Tell us about life being in a wheelchair, not being able to walk.
I honestly don't see it as anything different to others who can't do their normal duties, because I say to myself, that's who you are now. That's the life you live now. You're not gonna bring yourself back to the past or think ahead of yourself. You live who you are now.
How has life been for you throughout the years?
Sometimes it's challenging sometimes, and sometimes there's ups and downs. Yeah.
So how do you occupy yourself?
I do my artwork. Artwork. Yeah.
Do you get sale for your artwork?
Not really.
Well, I'm hoping after this video that individuals will pour their support, and
that will be good.
that will be good. So I'm hoping that I can showcase some of your artwork. Do you get support from family members, friends?
I should not ask that. But yeah, I got a little help there and here and there. There are some good family members, great friends, you know, surrounded by great friends, you know. Friends you can call in at any time. I won't call names, they know themselves.
Do you think that enough is being done with physically challenged individuals in Dominica?
My personal views is not the views of the association. My personal views is there is not much respect for the people with disabled people with disabilities. Personally, because you go to buildings and there's no access. Promises made that are not kept.
Do you survive on a daily basis?
Well, on a daily basis, we live within our means. We don't go above our means, we just live contented with what we have. We make do with what we have.
So these are some of the artwork that Greg is involved in making while he is here.
Jewelry box. You can two compartments. Basically, you can use it for anything, not necessarily for jewelry. This is a similar one with 3 compartments. That's a flower vase. There are some other flower vases. This one is the popsicle sticks. This one is the what they call it, the hot dog sticks, Chinese sticks. This you can see this one has 4 drawers.
Wow, this is impressive.
Yeah. This is a similar one. This was made of cardboard. In the process of recycling. That's a desk organizer. You could have your phone at the top. You could have that at your office. Your phone at the top, and you have everything else you need in it. That's a place I tried. I've not found a way to fasten the toppers yet. I will. And there's this one.
That's another jewelry box.
Yeah, I'll check if I had inside. This one was made out of a mistake I made. It opens at the top.
And it's Creole. Beautiful.
And it also opens on the side.
Wow. And these are the flower
Vases.
vases. On a normal day, Greg spends his time sweeping, cleaning the house, helping his wife with the chores at home, and also making art and craft items. So ladies and gentlemen, your support can go a long way. Pick up the phone and contact Greg to purchase one of his beautiful jewelry boxes, flower vase, or whatever you would like, an organizer to beautify your home or your offices. If someone out there is viewing this video and they would like to assist you in one way or the other, what sort of assistance would you require?
Oh, my assistant will be big. First a piece of land. But I know that might be impossible. So anyway the person could help me, and that would be okay. Welcome.
You are in a wheelchair. Is the wheelchair functioning well?
Well, it's not functioning well, but I'm comfortable with it, but I got a new one. I just got a new one.
You just got a new one.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to motorists? I mean, lately we have been having a lot of vehicular accidents. What would you like to say to them?
The most I can say is value your life and value the other road users, you know. You don't want to be in a wheelchair for 33 years, or you never know, you might be down at Linus or somewhere there. My final comments would be not only to persons with disabilities, but to human on a whole. Believe in yourself and see yourself as someone who was created to see people through and not to see through others. Because sometimes we are too judgmental. Let's love each other. We'll feel the purpose we were created for. Stop that fighting.